It's time to love the lanes again. From some of southeastern Wisconsin's finest bowling centers, this is the Brew City Bowling Show.
Well, here we are, week 2 of season 2 of the Brew City Bowling Show. We're back with our little change up in our format. We got 3 doubles teams that are going to battle out in that famous 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th frame format. Whatever the high doubles team is for that format, they're going to take on last week's American Place Casino Royal Roller Match winners with Chris Miller and Gina Hurst. And we'll see if Chris and Gina can roll into week 2 with another victory, or if we're going to have somebody else on top of that hill. And joining us back here from Foxx Lanes in just a couple of minutes, we'll be underway with match number 1.
When people drop into the American Place Casino, you won't believe the things they say.
It looks amazing in here.
Pretty cool, right?
I'm gonna go play some blackjack.
Oh, I'm hitting the slots.
With the most exciting table games and newest slots, you can play any way you want. Oh, and the food.
So good.
So what are you waiting for? Come in now and have an experience that'll make you say, couldn't have said it better myself. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Showcase your skills and experience the thrill of competing on the national stage at the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships. This event has awarded over $675,000 in prize money over the last 2 years, and Valero Mount Prospect is just a 90-minute drive from Milwaukee. View all the tournament information at pba.com/LBC tournament.
All Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl League bowlers in the 25-26 league season will have their chance to strike it rich and their chance at the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time they bowl league. And here are our players for the first semifinal here at Foxx Lanes in Waukesha. Austin Equitz and Dan Starring. Austin's going to be leading things off here on lane 1. And for those of you joining us for the first time here on the Brew City Bowling Show, or the first time here from Foxx Lanes, you're going to see the Cubica AMF Edge String Pin Setters in play. Can Austin win himself a 1-year subscription to 11thframe.com? Came close, but the 4-pin stands for Austin. Austin averages about 180, bowls at Lucky Lanes in Milwaukee for his league play, and his favorite teammate when he bowls is his teammate today, Dan. So it says he's learned a lot over time from him. Dan, you want to teach Austin how to get on those single pin spares? Let's see what Dan can do here. Dan's an average of about 215, bowls at Lucky Lanes as well. And his favorite bowling teammate is his father. Taught him everything he knows about the sport of bowling. Once again, these bowlers battling on the 43-foot PBA LBC National Championships pattern. Once again, I want to thank the PBA and the PBA Elite Bowler Certification Program for sponsoring the Brew City Bowling Show into our second season. If the player shoots a perfect game of 6 strikes in a row here during our semifinal rounds, they will win a free entry worth $200 into the PBA LBC National Championships in 2025 down at Valero Mount Prospect in the greater Chicagoland area. That's a little better toss there for Austin. 10 back, puts a strike on the board. Remember, these 3 teams battling out in the semifinals. The high doubles total will advance to our American Place Casino Royal Roller Match. Waiting in the wings are winners from week 1 with Chris Mueller and Gina Hurst. You see them in the background there, Chris in the red, Gina in the black. And they're going to try to take home another $250 in free play and $150 in dining from American Place. And there's a double, that Creating the Difference bowling ball cleaner going home with Dan after that opening double. Austin, if he could have a walk-in song like a professional fighter, it would be Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane. Well, let's see if he can blow down a few pins here. Not quite. No success getting the double here in the 9th frame, but leaves the 3-6 combination. Watch the replay as that ball left from the get-go. And Austin pretty happy it's just the 2 pins at the end of the lane. Let's see if we can get used to it here. We're on lanes 1 and 2 this time for our taping, so sometimes bowlers aren't used to having a wall, or in our case, a wall and some banners next to them. And Austin successfully gets past the obstacles and covers that 3-6. See what Dan can do here in his 9th frame, looking to get 3 in a row. If he does, he's going to win himself a gift card from Penzeys Spices, because it's always good to spice up your turkey with Penzeys. And hey, let's make it a double bubble here. Haircut and style from the Carlos Salon and Barbershop for his mystery frame, and I'm sure we can work out maybe some beard grooming instead for Dan at DeCarlo's, but he's definitely going to be taking home both of those certificates for that great toss in the 9th frame. And Dan pursuing perfection going into the 10th, a flush 10 back. Austin maximum score here, looking at getting 79. Boy, if he and his partner can put up a big total early, it's going to put a lot of pressure on our 2 remaining teams to try to get through to the Royal Roller match. And there we go for Austin. First one in the 10th, all of them go down. Watch that replay. You watch that little bit of a off-balance follow-through, but the ball's already out of his hand as he steps out to the right. We'll see what he can do here to try to double up and get that creating the difference bowling ball cleaner. Ron Hicklin and his great staff at creating the difference, doing a lot to help bowlers get better, no matter what the average level. And how about that? The trip down to the 4-7-10 on the slightly high hit, and another bottle of CTD ball cleaner going into a bowler's bowling bag. Watch that replay there. Ball comes in high. 2-pin goes to the sideboard, spins around, takes out the 4-7. 6 still gets to the 10, and will we get some more spices from Penzeys here? And Austin can get the 79, and that'll be a great total for this doubles team in our opening semifinal game. A little wide, a little quick out of the hand, but 76. Great score there for Austin, but now the big news here for Dan. A lot of big prizes can be won here, as Dan looking at 4 in a row. I want to thank the Milwaukee Wave for coming on board this season. If Dan gets his 4th strike in a row here, he'll win a family 4-pack of tickets to any remaining Milwaukee Wave game in 2025. Always a great time at the Wave games. Lots of excitement, lots of fun between periods as well. And how about that? Nothing but 10 back for Dan, and he's going to be seeing some fun indoor soccer down at the Panther Arena on that 4 in a row. Dan also looking in pretty good shape here to take down our high game prize, the high individual game during each of our semifinals on every show. Gets that 2-night midweek stay at Circa Las Vegas with the complimentary daybed rental at Stadium Swim. And can we get Dan in an H5G brand jersey? Oh my! Smash 7 at an inopportune time for Dan. Watch the replay here. That 2-pin just takes the 4 straight back. 2-pin comes off the sideboard as well in front of the 7. And you can see there, Dan kind of knew it was a little high flush, but boy, sometimes you get those breaks, sometimes you don't. But still, Dan's going to be in great position here for that Circa High Game Prize. Spear here gets the 109 and a 185 team total. That's high in the season so far. Can somebody beat it in our other 2 semifinals? We'll have to come back here to Foxx View Lanes and find out on the Brew City Bowling Show. All Foxx View Lanes and Sussex Bowl League bowlers in the 25-26 league season will have their chance to strike it rich. And their chance at the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time they bowl league.
Well, we were flirting with a perfect game there in game number 1. Let's talk to our players from that game. Austin, come on in, Austin. Not too bad. You had a little rough part in the first frame there, open frame, but you bounced back nice. You got yourself to 76. You got to be feeling pretty good, especially with your partner's score.
Yeah, and I'm feeling not bad at all, so I'm happy with the 185.
So with your double in the 10th, you're going to win a bottle of Create a Difference bowling ball cleaner. Keep that equipment nice and clean on the lanes. Your mystery frame, though, was a 7th frame. You missed out on a 1-year subscription to 11thframe.com. But, hey, you can get all the great bowling news from Jeff Riggles, and it's a great subscription as well. So now you got to sit and wait. 2 more teams. You guys think you posted a pretty good score, though?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're ready for it.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, and Dan, come on in. Dan, you got that first one of the 10th. I'm like, going, we've yet to have a perfect game on here. We've had the front 5 once on the Brew City Bowling Show, and then they got up at the second ball in the 10th, and boy, that was a smash 7, no doubt.
Yeah, I definitely let it go out just a hair, and when it came back, it just didn't finish all the way through the right way I wanted it to, and that's part of bowling, so.
Well, hey, your double gets you Creating the Difference ball cleaner. Your 3-bagger, you're going to get a nice gift certificate to Penzeys Spices. 4 in a row, 4-pack of tickets to the Milwaukee Wave. Are you a Wave fan?
Yeah, love hockey, love going to anything that you can, and yeah, should be a good time with the wife and the kids.
All right. And I know you were kind of heartbroken. 5 in a row would have been the H5G jersey, brand new jersey. Jerseys are always nice.
Yes, very nice. And their jerseys here are extremely great.
Your mystery frame was the 9th frame, and with that mystery frame, these are picked in advance. You're going to win a haircut from DeCarlo Salon in downtown Milwaukee, but they can also do some great beard trimming. They can really a lot of work they can do for you on the beard and the facial fescue and everything else.
There's no trade, unfortunately, because I don't have much to shave off, but yeah, the wife always likes a clean beard, so I'll take what I can get.
I'm sure they'll work with you on that, no doubt about it. Jason DeCarlo and his staff are great down at DeCarlo Salon, and you got to be feeling pretty good about that team total to advance into that Royal Roller match.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully we can make it there. Good luck to everybody else who's competing today, and with my partner here, I think we did phenomenal today. Yeah.
So, all right, let's see who's coming up in match number 2.
Thank you.
And our bowlers for our second semifinal here at Foxx Lanes in Waukesha. Walking on, getting ready to take on Lanes 1 and 2 and the Scubica AMF Edge String Pin Setters. Pat Walker, Eric Walker, getting ready to take care of business. Pat does her bowling at New Berlin Bowl, averages 168, and always enjoys bowling with her son Eric. We'll see what they can do to take down the Lanes today. And there's a great start for Pat. Boy, as nervous as she said she was walking on the lane, she threw that shot like she's done this hundreds of times under the lights before. Watch that ball walk up to the pocket, right flush in the 1-3, and take them all down. Eric does his bowling at Sussex Bowl, another part of the Hainan family bowling centers, along with Foxx. And that's a little bit of an iffy shot there. It was 4-pin high. I don't know if it was 410 high. 6-pin just kind of laid in the flat gutter. As we watch that replay for Eric. Eric loves a good breakfast burrito on Saturday mornings for breakfast before he hits the lanes. Let's see what he can do here to try to convert this 410. It would get him $20 in cash here from the Brew City Bowling Show, and unfortunately, nowhere near that 4-pin, and an open frame for Eric to start. It's again 185. Our total from our opening semifinal match with Dan and Austin. That's the total to beat to try to get into the American Place Royal Roller match. $250 in American Place Casino free play and $150 in dining at American Place. Up for grabs again this week. Thanks to our friends in Waukegan, and that one just left to start with. You see there for Pat. She knew it, and she paid a full penalty going through the face. And a conversion of this split here with the 4, 6, and 7 would be a $40 cash bonus. Pat loves herself some Eggs Benedict on Saturday mornings for breakfast. And she likes to make it at home as well, and unfortunately no count there. And the Circa Las Vegas High Game Award now safe for another game for Dan, as neither of our players here in semifinal number 2 are going to be able to match the 109 Dan put up in that opening game. Let's see if we can get a pizza and pitcher gift certificate to Riviera Lanes in West Dallas. Eric's pocket here in the 8th frame. Watch that ball rev up nicely, and there we go. Boy, multiple pins assaulting the 9-pin to take it down. And And that's a pizza of your choice and a pitcher of your choice at Riviera Lanes. Don Doherty and that great landmark in West Allis. If you haven't been there in a while, either to bowl for a fun outing or have some pizza, you can have a great time there. You can have a great time in River West at Falcon Bowl. A gift certificate up for grabs here for Pat if she can strike. And the 6-pin just doesn't do the job on the 10. And Falcon Bowl, great bands, great events, and the always interesting 6 lanes in the basement. And not just with those 6 lanes, a great little bar down there and lots of vintage video games. I saw they had Tapper, that great game from the 90s. Yeah, lots of fun video games at Falcon Bowl as well. And no, that's not going to hold on for Pat. And she's looking at a max score now of 65. Eric can still get to 98, but it's not going to be enough for these two players to advance into our Royal Roller match. So now let's try to pick up as many prizes as you can. As Eric steps over here in the 9th, and he's looking to take down a bottle of Korean. The difference, we'll give him some bowling ball polish this time around if he puts a double on the board. Always wanted to try to bowl a game with E.J. Tackett. Well, Eric, you might have your chance here at Foxx Lanes coming up in April as the PBA All-Star Weekend happening April 4th and 5th. We'll have a pro-am at Sussex Bowl April 4th. April 5th will be the TV tapings here, and you can get your tickets now. Check out Foxx Lanes on Facebook for all that ticket information. And let's get a lucky one there for Pat. There you go, 10th frame. Maybe we can get her out of here with a bottle of CTD cleaner or maybe even a Penzies gift card if she can get to that turkey in the 10th. Watch that ball cross over. Something just gets the bottom of the 10, knocks it down. And a place that Pat's always wanted to go back to in her travels, Sedona, Arizona. Yeah, you talk about a gorgeous area. Sedona, was lucky enough to go there a couple of years back myself, and it was an amazing day trip. Unbelievable rock formations, mountains, all that in that area. So Pat can finish with 55 if she can convert her 610 on the final shot of her game. And a great effort. I'm sure the nerves were in place for Pat, but she did a great job supporting her son Eric out here on the lanes. And is that going to hold? No, it hooks away. So 53 for Pat. But we can get a lot of prizes here for Eric. He can still get to the 5 in a row and the H5G brand custom jersey on the prize list. Stepping up next is going to be that Spice Up Your Turkey with Penzies gift card if Eric can get his 3rd strike in a row here on his first shot in the 10th frame. Loves bowling with his mom and dad, also with his brother Adam. Soon he's going to get his daughters to be able to bowl with him, so that'll be a lot of fun. Get 3 generations of the Walker family out on the lanes. And there is the Spice gift card from Penzies Spices. Don't know if he's going to pass that along to his mom yet. His mom loves to cook. I mean, that'd be the smart thing to do. I'd do that if it was my mom. She makes some great food around Thanksgiving and the holidays. Let her use those wonderful spices from Penzies. Will we get to take the family to the Milwaukee Wave game? Eric looking to find out right now. It's on target line and 10 back in a family 4-pack of Wave tickets. Now going home with Eric as well. And here's our second chance of the day to give away that full custom jersey from H5G. You see Eric with one on now. He can get a new one. Often imitated, never duplicated with H5G, the official jersey of the Professional Bowlers Association and official merchandiser as well. Can we get that 5-bagger on the board? Oh, no, it comes up high. It gets the 95 for Eric. We'll see what prizes these bowlers have won. And we'll be back with our 3rd semifinal here from Foxx Lanes on the Brew City Bowling Show.
Join the Bourbon Club for free at Country Lanes. Enjoy discounts on every pour and have your chance to win some great monthly prizes. Enjoy a pour before or after a great pizza at Country Lanes in Franklin.
South Shore Bowl has great bowling deals for you, with all-you-can-bowl glow bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and our Sunday Fun Day special. See all the info at southshorebowl.com.
Wow, what a great finish by Eric in that game. Let's talk to our bowlers from game number 2. Pat, come on in, Pat. Pat, you were a little worried coming out on the lanes that things weren't going to go good. You started with a strike. I mean, it's not that bad at all. You had 2 strikes that game. How do you feel?
Nervous.
Still, after it's done?
Yep. Because I'm up here.
Well, we'll take it easy on you. Your mystery frame, unfortunately, was the 9th frame, so you would have won a gift card to Falcon Bowl up in River West in Milwaukee. You ever been to Falcon Bowl?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's pretty neat. Go back. They got bowling and arcade games in the basement, vintage arcade games. They got a nice hall with bands and stuff. If you get a chance to go check out Falcon Bowl.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks for rolling.
Okay, thank you.
Now let's talk to Eric. Eric, come on in. Eric, little rough start. But you came back in and you got yourself 4 in a row there. What was the adjustment you made after the first frame?
I made an adjustment after practice and it wasn't enough. So I had to make another board move left and found the spot. So.
All right, well, you double get your Creating the Difference bowling ball cleaner. The 3 in a row, you get a nice gift certificate to spice up your turkey with Penzies. And the 4 in a row gets you a 4-pack of tickets to a Milwaukee Wave game. You a fan of the Milwaukee Wave?
Yeah. Well,
fan of turkey.
Always, right?
So, all right, good. And your mystery frame was the 8th frame, so you're going to win yourself a pizza and pitcher gift certificate from Riviera Lanes in West Dallas. When's the last time you were at Riviera Lanes?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Been a while?
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, you'll have a good time there. The pizza there's phenomenal. The barbecue chicken pizza, I sign off on that every time.
It sounds good to me. I love barbecue chicken pizza. So.
And unfortunately, your team total not going to be enough to be in the running, but I thank you guys for coming out and bowling today.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
All right. Let's see who's going to be up here for match number 3. And let's bring on our 3rd and final semifinalists today here from Foxx Lanes in Waukesha. Greg Walker and Adam Webb. Greg will be starting things off here on lane 1. Greg does his bowling at New Berlin Bowl, averages 172. And trying to... There we go. Thanks. Let's see if they can pass the score here of 185, set by Austin and Dan in our opening semifinal game. And Greg gets that one a little wide. Oh, no. Not the way you want to start here on the Brew City Bowling Show. So... loves bowling with his wife, Pat. You saw Pat in the last game with their son, Eric. So nice to have a family make the Brew City Bowling Show once again. We had a couple of families bowling in Season 1 when we had the 5-player teams. We're having some fun with this doubles format on this season. Is that ball going to come back up all the way for Greg? Doesn't do so, and 8 in total for frame number 1. Adam bowls at New Berlin Bowl as well, averages 201. Likes bowling with his friend Ryan, favorite teammate. They always have fun out on the lanes. And he's always wanting to bowl Woody Harrelson. And how about that? Let's give away a mystery frame prize of bowling ball rejuvenation and resurfacing from Chad Claus and his staff at Bowlers Headquarters inside of Classic Lanes Greenfield. Watch that ball walk right in the pocket for Adam and take all 10 down. Oh, here's a great mystery frame. Gift card for Henry Flack Steakhouse. Let's get a little meat on the plate here for Greg if it gets all the way up to the pocket. Oh no, it comes up a little light again and another 210 combination. And I'm wondering right now if there might be a ball change coming up for Greg. He's going to need to make this and put a couple more strikes on the board if he and Adam want to have any chance to take down Dan and Austin's 185 total and try to make that American Place Casino Royal Roller match. Also $16 in cash if you can convert this spare. That one too much on the 2-4. And unfortunately, back-to-back opens for Greg. Adam, no matter where the movie Edge of Tomorrow comes up, if he's got some free time at home, he'll sit down and watch the rest of that.
One thing he could teach a class about, how to drain the fun out of any situation. Well, unfortunately, the 4-pin's draining a little fun out of Adam's day right now, as that could have been a double and some Korean the difference bowling ball cleaner. Watch that ball come up just a little high. You see right there, that ball's about 50 feet down the lane, and Adam knows, yeah, it's just going to hook a little too much. And spare here, he can still get to 100 if he were to strike out. Problem is, Dan's already put up 109 from our opening semifinal, so Dan's going to be the winner of the Circuit Las Vegas stay. 2 nights during the middle of the week at Circa with a complimentary daybed rental at Stadium Swim. So congratulations to Dan on that. Let's see if we can get a big finish here for Greg. You see him getting up to the foul line. Comes up a little light one more time after that ball change. And yet still the 2-8. So he'll definitely have to make a bit of a move right with the feet. Trying to convert both pins on the spare. And once again, these 4 frames go by so fast. It just, you got to make the right move in practice. And you don't get a lot of practice as well. You only get 3 shadow balls in each lane before we start. Make that decision and stick with it. And cover there by Greg. No all-open games again today. If there is an all-open game on the show, that bowler receives a 1-hour bowling lesson from Matt Gasson here at Foxx Lanes instead of Top Notch Bowling. They also have a location inside of Castle Lanes and Racine, where you'll see us a little later during the Brew City bowling season. And hey, great shot there for Adam. He keeps us up for the $50 for the Dutch 80 game in cash alive. And once again, as we mentioned, he can still get to 100, but even if both bowlers strike out here, Greg's maximum is 67. Hey, how about this? The machine tells us it's the red pin. With the strings, we can't put our conventional red, white, and blue pin in, but can we get a shot here at $100 of free play for Greg? Yes, we can. How about that? He gets the roller, the 2-pin from behind. That's what we like to see. Even with the frustration of the first 3 frames for Greg, he's walking out of here with a nice prize. Good at any slot machine or video poker machine inside of American Place Casino in Waukegan, and there are a lot of machines to choose from. Whether you're a penny slot player all the way up to if you like spending $100 a pull, they've got you covered at American Place. See if we can get double here for some creating the difference bowling ball polish. Oh my! Ooh. 6-pin. Falls a little late on a bit of an odd hit. 7 still stands for Greg, so a spare here gets him to 57. But hey, the $100 in free play is going to make a nice consolation prize for the frustration early. So we'll see what Greg can do here on the spare. Could teach a class about woodworking if he needed to, and worked on a little wood there on the 7-pin. Took it down, 57 for Greg. Let's see what Anna can do here for a big finish. And there's still room for that family 4-pack of Milwaukee Wave tickets if Adam can get all 3 in the 10th. To get all 3, you got to start with the first one. Yeah, Korean the difference bowling ball cleaner on the line here. Adam always wanted to go back to Norfolk, Virginia, just because of the gorgeous scenery on the Atlantic coast. Is that going to hold pocket? Yes, it does. 4 goes late, and there's the CTD ball cleaner for Adam. And lots of great scenery out that way. Newport News, Norfolk, and especially if you're a naval shipping enthusiast, you can see a lot of stuff out that way as well. Let's see if we can get some Penzies on the board here for Adam as well. Looking for 3 in a row. That's right, and it doesn't get all the way back up. Almost the pocket 7-10. It's still a very respectable game from Adam here. His spare here will get him to 89. And from his mystery frame, he'll take home that Bowler's Headquarters bowling ball rejuvenation and resurfacing. No matter who your pro shop is, always make sure to keep that equipment in proper order. Use your cleaners, such as the Creating Difference cleaners we give away. Every bunch of games, get your ball resurfaced, rejuvenated. to keep that cover stock at its maximum potential for you. Our American Place Royal Roller Casino Bowlers will be back here from Foxx Lanes here on the Brew City Bowling Show. All Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl League bowlers in the 25-26 league season will have their chance to strike it rich and their chance at the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time they bowl league.
Hi everyone, come check out Swagger Sports Bar and Grill inside Root River Center. On Tuesdays we have buy one get one rail and buy one get one wine. And don't forget to try our half off apps.
Game 3, a little excitement. Got a couple of doubles in there, but unfortunately they're not moving on to our Royal Roller match. But let's bring in Greg and Adam and talk to them both. They requested the team interview. We are giving them the team interview. And Adam, let's start with you first. How does it feel getting off the lanes after those 4 frames? It's got to feel like it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, disappointing, but it was fast.
Okay. Greg, same question. How's it feel now that you're done?
Relaxing. Pressure's off. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, Adam, you got yourself a double. You're going to get your bottle of Creating a Difference ball cleaner. Greg, unfortunately, your mystery frame was the 8th frame. You didn't strike there. You would have won a gift certificate to Henry Flack in West Allis, but you're striking the 10th, gets you $100 in free play at American Place Casino for that jackpot shot. So congratulations on that. Have you ever been to American Place Casino yet?
I haven't. But I will be.
Yeah. You'll love it there. If you're a fan of video poker, slots, table games, doesn't matter. They got them all for you there.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. And then, Adam, you did win your mystery frame. You struck in the 7th frame, so you're going to get a bowling ball resurfacing and rejuvenation from Bowlers Headquarters at Classic Lanes Greenfield. So keep that equipment in tip-top shape.
Awesome.
Hey, I appreciate you guys both coming out to bowl today. I hope you had a good time.
It's fun.
Awesome. So we got our teams ready now for our Royal Roller match. Let's get back to the lanes and see who's bowling for that big money from American Place Casino.
When people drop into the American Place Casino, you won't believe the things they say.
It looks amazing in here.
Pretty cool, right?
I'm gonna go play some blackjack.
Oh, I'm hitting the slots. With the most exciting table games and newest slots, you can play any way you want. Oh, and the food.
So good.
So what are you waiting for? Come in now and have an experience that'll make you say, couldn't have said it better myself. American Place Casino. Change the game.
It's time for the American Place Casino Royal Roller match. We have our challengers with Austin Equitz and Dan Starring taking on our defending Royal Roller champions, Gina Hurst and Chris Mueller. Austin Equitz is going to start things off here on lane 1 at Foxx Lanes in Waukesha. Once again, winning team from this match not only takes home $250 in free play and $150 in dining from American Place Casino in Waukegan to split as a team. But they'll also come back next week here at Foxx Lanes and defend that Royal Roller title. And a great start there for Austin with 10 back. We saw Austin have a couple of struggles on lane 1 during his semifinal round. Looks like he's overcome those struggles early on here. Gina Hurst does her league bowling at Root River, Sunset Bowl, and Classic Lanes in Greenfield. And oh my, that was a little bit high, but I didn't think it was going to be full penalty 4-9 for Gina. So, says that her teammate she's bowling with today, Chris, is her favorite teammate to bowl with, along with her dad, Mark, when they get a chance to bowl together. And Gina there hooks away from the 4-9. And an open frame early for Gina and Chris. For those of you joining us for the first time, this is a Baker doubles game for our Royal Roller match. So each bowler will bowl 1 frame at a time, back and forth on their team. And here is Chris Mueller. First look at him today, going for the $50 in dining at American Place Casino for his mystery frame. And the 4 does the job in the 7. Will it be steak? Will it be wings? Will it be pizza? It'll be something. $50 in dining for Chris at American Place after that strike. And as soon as he got back there, you see him talking things over with Gina. Even though they might be using opposite sides of the lane, you can always watch the ball roll, give the other player in your team some information they can use to help things out. And Dan comes up a little bit light looking to get his team out to a big early lead. Unfortunately, that 7-pin says otherwise, as a lot of things fight over getting to the 7. Watch the head pin go to the sideboard. Keeps the 4-pin and the 5-pin from getting near the 7. Dan's favorite breakfast food, country fried steak. That's potatoes in the morning. That'll get your carb load going. If you got a lot of exercise or a lot of bowling to do that day. And one of the neat things, one of the strategies about this Royal Roller match, with it being Baker doubles, is that these players stay on one lane for the entire game. So if a player's got a little better ball reaction on one lane than the other, it could lead to some pretty big scores. And unfortunately there for Austin, I think that was just nerves all the way through. As he crosses over, leaves the 9-pin on that light hit. Unfortunately, the head pin there, a little bit of a short stack, trying to get back to the 9, as Dan's favorite breakfast food, a short stack of pancakes to start the day. Throw some maple syrup and some butter on there. I'm ready to rock and roll. No problem on the cover there for Austin, and that team clean through 3 frames. Let's see what Gina can do here. Try to bounce back off that first frame open. Wants to travel back to Ireland someday when she gets a chance, and unfortunately that 6-pin doesn't do the job on the 10, and Gina's finding some struggles early in this game. Gina and Chris have set the pace on the Royal Roller Match High Game Award for the season at 221. If that score holds up all the way through our 13 weeks, they would receive a bowling ball of their choice with drilling and a 2-ball tote bag from Rich Mueller Pro Shop. Either location, the one inside a Village Bowl in Menominee Falls or inside a Root River Center in Franklin. And if you go to the Root River location, you'll see Gina and Chris both there, keeping the lights on and the dust made. 4th frame for Chris. That ball eases in the pocket. And you see a lot of power players like Chris go to urethane or urethane-like bowling balls nowadays, even on these longer patterns, to control the back-end motion. They let the ball speed and the rev rate take care of slapping the corners out. Unfortunately, that time for Chris, the 4-pin didn't do any work. But the conversion keeps Gina and Chris within a mark here as we approach the 4th frame for the team of Austin and Dan. If we could give Dan some walk-in music before the shot, it would be a bar song by Shabuzi, and this is more than a bar with Natty Oaks for his mystery frame. Gift card for Natty Oaks on the line, and another 7-pin for Dan, so he's going to have to work on just a ever so slight speed change, angle change, whatever it may be. I don't see him making a bowling ball change at this point in time, especially after coming through on the semifinal match with 4 strikes in a row. Dan will take the scenic route at the 7-pin and hooks into it, covers it up, and maintains that slight lead for his team. As we're getting into the beverage frame, the always popular beverage frame. I know it was always a lot of fun with my teammates. We always had the rule you can only buy once a night on beer frame. You didn't want to get somebody stuck 3 times if they were having a bad night. That could get a little pricey. And Austin having some issues. Boy, he looks so smooth on that ball in the first frame that he struck, and the last couple of shots have been, I don't know, overthinking it a bit or just trying to give it a little too much, as he's gone crossover and now high. And he'll get himself set up to go cross lane at this 3-6-10. And that one, yeah, he did not look comfortable at the release point. Fell off balance to the right and slides behind the 3-pin. And now this game is tightened right back up, as Gina and Chris basically even with Austin and Dan. Just a couple pins of count separating the teams as Gina's up here in the 5th frame. And Gina crosses over, 5-pin, and that's another bowler just doesn't have the comfort level when it's getting into the second half of this match. What bowler's going to have the comfort level more? We see Dan's comfortable for his team. Chris is comfortable for his team. Gina and Austin looking a little uncomfortable at the moment. Should be a textbook conversion here for Gina, as she says she could teach a class about making spares. Her motto, make the spares because the strikes will come. She's going to have a couple of chances at that in the last half of the game after the upcoming commercial break. As you see there for Gina, a little bit on the left side of that 5-pin. And let's see what Chris can do here. Try to set up some momentum for his team in the second half of this game. Comes up to the head pin nicely, gets it done. And we're going to get into our final commercial break during the action. Join us back here from Foxx 2 Lanes in just a moment. See who's going to be our Royal Roller Match champion today. Into the second half of our American Place Casino Royal Roller Match. $250 in free play and $150 in dining for the team on the line here. And it is a close game. Dan and Austin neck and neck with our defending Royal Roller champions, Gina and Chris. Dan stepping up, 6th frame. Gets the wheel out. Finally gets that 7 to go along with the rest of the deck. And as you can see there, currently it is a 2-pin lead for Gina and Chris here in our Royal Roller Match. And now it's going to be up to our next 2 bowlers. See if they can continue momentum for their teams. Austin bowling with Dan. Austin's mystery frame here. Looking to get a gift card from H5G Brands for anything they have on the website. Unfortunately, a little light. And you can see there, Austin, just the body positioning. When you see the bowler, when you don't see the arms hanging at the sides, when you see the old referee offside pose, that's some body language that shows a player just isn't comfortable. Austin's only going to have one more chance to figure out what to do for his team. As in this Baker format, he only has the 9th frame remaining. And keeps it clean, keeps his team close. Gina stepping up here in the 7th. Would love to have Ted Williams' autograph. She's a huge Boston Red Sox fan. She actually named her dog Fenway after the home field of the Red Sox, and Gina just can't get the 10 to go. She was a little high flush earlier, left that 4-9, and it's really got her mind a little bit in the overthinking process, the way it looks. Make the spare move on. Hopefully her partner can set her up with a strike for a big finish. There's the cover. And Gina not one to miss easy spares. We saw her in the Royal Roller Match from River stay perfect when she was having some struggles there on this 43-foot PBA LBC National Championship lane pattern. Let's see what Chris can do here. Chris, big fan of the movie Caddyshack. Will we have a Cinderella story today? Well, it's going to be up to his partner as Chris puts up a strike in the 8th frame, keeps his team up by 2 pins. And this is where it gets interesting. We've had years of bowling productions here in Milwaukee where we had the highest average scratch players on TV trying to make big shots. Well, here we go. We got players at 210, 190, 180 averages trying to come through in the clutch. What can they come up with? And wow, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 wrongs can make a strike there. As Dan got a little slow, a little right, and gave it some extra hand. And I think there's not a soul in the building, including Dan, that thought that shot would strike when he let it go. My goodness, that could be the break of the day. Can Austin take advantage of it here in the 9th frame? Rolls up to the pocket, and wow, that was a bit unusual. Light hit in the 4-pin stands. Head pin came off the sideboard in front of the 4-pin. you got to get the memory banks emptied pretty quick on a bad break. Make sure you keep the spare on the board. Keep your team close. Keep the pressure on your opponent to keep filling frames. And there we go. We see Austin with the cover. They're still down by 2 pins, and Gina can really put her opponents in a world of hurt at the moment with a strike here in the foundation frame. Plus, take home 4 tickets to the Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, March 14th to 16th at Lux Golf Bays. And look at that. Piles up 3 pins next to the 7 pin. And it just doesn't go down. Oof. Gina wanted to thank Tammy Brissett, the general manager at River Center, for all the help she's given over the years. And there's Gina taking it on. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised it hooked through the spare. And talk about a momentum change. Could have gone into the 10th frame with the opportunity to have Chris shut out Dan and Austin, and now they're fighting for their Royal Roller match life currently. Maximum score is 184. If Chris can strike out here in the 10th, and how about that? 4-pin leans on the 7. I don't know if that head pin coming back across would have gotten to the 7 pin. But Chris knows he needs to get 2 more strikes to keep any pressure on Austin and Dan. If Dan steps up in the 10th frame and goes strike spare, that's 184, and that matches the maximum that Chris can put on the board for his team. Second ball of the 10th frame, needs another strike, gets another strike. Watch that 3-pin just pirouette off the deck along with the 2-pin. And work's not done yet for Chris. He looks up at the scoreboard. He knows needs the full ride here on the fill shot to force a first ball strike out of Dan. 9 here, and we could have 9 spare strike as a tie out of Dan at 184, and now make it 183 for Gina and Chris. So here's the deal. 8 or less on this first ball, Gina and Chris will be your winners. 9 spare strike is 183, and a tie between these teams. That would be a single ball roll off by each player. Team total would win and advance to next week. Dan needs a strike here to have any chance for his team to take a victory. Boy, and he just trusts it outright again. He learned from that shot in the 8th frame that it'll peel off the outside couple of boards if he keeps the ball speed down. And just watch that ball come screaming back. And now he must fill the frame to win by a pin. 9 out would be that tie in the team roll-off. That's going to be, the week 10. And, boy, when's the last time Dan had to make a single pin on television to win a match? I'd probably say never. Let's see how he responds in this situation. There you see the ball just responding a little late. 6-pin in the flat gutter. Make it, you win. If you miss it, you're in a roll-off. And that's right on it. He knew it out of his hand. There's a celebration. 184 to 183. Austin and Dan take down Gina and Chris in this Royal Roller match. That was some excitement, ladies and gentlemen, no doubt about it. We'll be back here to wrap up this match from Foxx Lanes and Waukesha here on the Brew City Bowling Show. All Foxx Lanes and Sussex Bowl League bowlers in the 25-26 league season will have their chance to strike it rich and their chance at the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time they bowl league.
Well, they say sometimes bowling comes down to the last shot. It came down to the last shot here today at Foxx Lanes. Let's bring in our runners up. Let's bring in Gina and Chris. And guys, it was a tough battle out there. Gina, that 10-pin, boy, you were just nailing the pocket on lane 2, and you're just going to get the fall. What would you try different if you had another shot at it?
Maybe just switch balls.
Okay.
Move a little bit more.
Yeah. So, hey, you guys still got the money from last week, the $250 in free play from American Place Casino, along with the $150 in dining. And then also, Chris, you have a mystery frame. The second frame was your mystery frame. You're going to win an additional $50 in dining from American Place Casino. You got that going for you. Gina, your mystery frame was the 9th frame. You're going to miss out on the Greater Milwaukee Golf Show at Franklin Field and the Lux Golf Bays coming up in March. But I appreciate you guys coming out and bowling, and thanks for bringing a lot of teams with you at Root River last week. It's appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's bring in our winners for today. Let's bring in Austin and Dan. Is that the most nervous you've ever been for a 10-pin, Dan?
Yes. Yes, I lost a championship on a 4-pin, but a 10-pin, that is the toughest.
Okay. And first of all, you had the high game during the semifinal round. So with that high game, we don't pay for transportation, but you have a 2-night midweek stay at Circa Las Vegas with a complimentary day bed rental at Stadium Swim. So that prize is worth about $750 right there. Plus, you guys today, for winning the Royal Roller match, you're going to get to split $250 in free play and $150 in dining at American Place Casino. So, sweet. Yeah, so unfortunately, both of you guys missed out on your mystery frames. Austin, yours was the 7th. Dan, yours was the 4th. But you guys are coming back on your next show. You can keep piling on the American Place free play and dining. So you got to be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, sounds great to me. I'm looking forward to Vegas again. I love that place. It takes a lot of my money, but should be a lot of fun yet again.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything you change, Austin, going into a Royal Roller match again, if you were on lane 1, it was a little tough on you?
Yeah, I mean, I got the Storm Ion Pro out right now, so I'm going to keep throwing that. I think I dialed it in, so I'm ready to go.
We got another show coming back here. These are the two gentlemen you're going to see here from Foxx Lanes on week 3 of the Brew City Bowling Show. Guys, thanks for bowling. And hey, parents, take the kids bowling because you know they're going to have fun for life. We'll see you back here at Foxx Lanes, 9:30 next Saturday here on My 24.